Long ago, the world was warned of a time when truth and falsehood would blend their dot so closely that even the wisest hearts would tremble in confusion. It would be an age when people would see miracles with their eyes, but feel doubts within their souls. That time is the age of Dajjal, the greatest deceiver known to humankind. His arrival will not just be a moment in history. It will be a test unlike any other, one that shakes the very foundation of faith. Imagine a world filled with chaos, where people chase material comfort, where faith becomes something old-fashioned, and where truth becomes twisted to suit desire. In such a world, Dajjal will rise, a man who speaks with confidence, performs wonders before people's eyes, and convinces them that he is the answer to all their problems. He will heal the sick, feed the hungry, and make barren lands bloom. People will see him and believe that no one could possess such power unless he was divine. But his miracles will not be from the light. They will be from deception. His goal will not be to serve humanity, but to enslave hearts, to make people worship him instead of the Creator who made him. The test will not only be about recognizing him, it will be about recognizing the truth within oneself. Those who measure faith by sight will fall quickly into his trap, for Dajjal will use the eyes to deceive. He will show paradise to some, but it will be fire. He will show fire to others, but it will be paradise. Those who rely only on what they see will lose their way. Only the ones who trust what they believe, who let their hearts guide them through the fog of illusion, will be safe. People will gather around him, amazed by his powers. His followers will call out that peace has finally come, that justice has returned to the earth, but that peace will be poisoned, that justice will be false. He will control the world's resources, deciding who eats and who starves. He will reward those who follow him and punish those who resist. Many will think, how can such power exist unless it comes from God? And in that moment of weakness, faith will crumble. But there will be those who remember. They will recall the warnings of the prophets who told their people that this deceiver would come. These believers will not look at what Dajjal shows. They will look at what he hides. They will know that true faith does not bow to power, wealth, or miracles. It bows only to truth. Their strength will come not from what they see, but from what they know in their hearts. They will face hunger, fear, and temptation, yet they will not bow to him. They will whisper prayers under the shadow of his empire, holding on to the smallest thread of faith, and that faith will be stronger than all the illusions he creates. This test will not only separate believers from non-believers, it will reveal what kind of belief each person truly holds. Some people's faith will be strong until it is challenged. Then it will fade like smoke. Others who seem weak will shine when tested. Faith is not proven when life is easy. It is proven not when the world turns against you and you still stand firm. The time of Dajjal will reveal that truth to all. It will teach that faith is not about miracles or signs. It is about trust in the unseen, about patience when everything feels lost. There will come moments when even believers will feel their hearts shake. They will see the deceiver walk on water, bring the dead to life, and control nature itself. But they will remind themselves that creation can never be greater than its creator. They will turn away from what dazzles their eyes and cling to what comforts their souls, the remembrance of the one who never deceives. The story of Dajjal is not just a tale of the end times. It is a mirror held up to every believer in every generation. Each day we face smaller versions of the same test. Falsehood dressed as truth, temptation disguised as blessing. Every time we choose truth over deception, patience over desire, we prepare ourselves for that greater test. The story of Dajjal reminds us that the greatest victory is not to defeat him, but to keep faith alive when his deception surrounds the earth. It teaches that in the darkest hour, light does not come from the sky. It comes from the heart that refuses to forget its creator. He will come at a time when the world is weary, when people are tired of war, tired of suffering, tired of searching for meaning. Humanity will have built cities that scrape the clouds, technologies that shape reality, and powers that once seemed impossible. Yet despite all their progress, people will still feel lost inside. They will be looking for someone to save them, someone who can promise peace, unity, and an end to their pain. It is in that moment of longing that Dajjal will appear, not as a monster or a beast, but as a man, charismatic, intelligent, and seemingly full of compassion. His smile will bring comfort. His words will sound like truth. The people of the world will see in him what they have always wanted to see in themselves: control, success, and power without limit. At first, he will not claim to be divine. He will speak of helping humanity, of building a world where there is no hunger, no disease, and no injustice. People will welcome him as a hero, a revolutionary, perhaps even a messenger of peace. Crowds will gather wherever he goes, and he will perform acts that defy reason. A child born blind will see again. A dying man will stand up and walk. Water will spring from dry land, and the skies will rain where there was drought. Chimeras will capture these wonders, and the world will believe. At last they will say, someone who can fix what no one else could. The nations will celebrate him. Leaders will honor him. His fame will spread across the earth faster than light itself. But the foundation of his power will not be light, it will be deceit. Slowly, subtly, he will begin to shift his message. What began as kindness will turn into command. What began as guidance will turn into worship. He will start to claim that his power comes not from effort or science, but from something higher, from himself. And as his influence grows, so will his arrogance. He will begin to say, I am your Savior. I am your Lord. The same lips that once spoke of peace will now demand obedience. The world that once cheered for him will now kneel before him. Those who resist will be mocked, silenced, or destroyed. People will say, how can he not be divine? He brings the dead back to life, and in their blindness, they will forget that true divinity never needs to prove itself. Those who know the truth will see the signs that others ignore. They will notice his flaws, his imperfection, the one eye that cannot see. They will understand that his miracles are illusions meant to enslave hearts. They will whisper to one another, this is the deceiver we were warned about. They will know that power does not make a god, and that creation can never become the creator. But speaking this truth will be dangerous. To deny him will mean exile or death. The world will belong to him, and every city, every nation, every system will bow to his will. He will control food, water, and safety. To survive, people will have to choose faith or comfort, truth or illusion. There will be people who once believed in the unseen but now surrender to what they see. They will think, if he can bring rain, if he can heal, if he can give us what we need, why not follow him? Their hearts will trade truth for ease, and they will not realize they are kneeling before falsehood. Others will be tempted, but will remember that faith was never meant to be easy. They will remember that the greatest power lies not in performing miracles, but in remaining true when everything around you feels false. The story of Dajjal's claim to divinity is not only about one man. It is about a world that loses its sense of God, a humanity that begins to worship itself. Power, wealth, and technology, as if these were gods. It is about a time when people stop asking what is right and start asking only what works. Dajjal will be the perfect reflection of that world. Outwardly brilliant, inwardly hollow, he will show humanity its own face, one that has forgotten humility, forgotten limits, and forgotten who truly holds power. No, those who resist him will not do so through strength or wealth, but through conviction. They will be ordinary people, farmers, wanderers, mothers holding their children, and yet their faith will be stronger than his armies. They will look at him and see not a god, but a man desperate to be worshipped. They will know that a true God would never need followers to feed his ego. They will stand firm even when the world around them trembles, and their courage will be the light that exposes his darkness. And so his rise will not end in triumph. For all his power and his deception, his time will be short. The illusion will shatter when truth finally descends, and his followers will see what they were blind to before, that no man, no matter how mighty, can replace the one who created all things. His story is a warning written into the destiny of humanity, that the greatest danger is not an enemy from outside, but the temptation within, the desire to make gods out of men and lies out of truth. The world will not fall into deception. Suddenly, it will drift toward it slowly, step by step, as truth fades quietly into the background. Before Dajjal appears, the world will change in ways that make his coming possible. People will begin to lose the essence of faith, while still believing they are guided. Knowledge will remain, but its light will fade. Books will still be read, sermons will still be given, and prayers will still be said, but the meaning behind them will weaken. Hearts will become empty, and belief will become a habit instead of a conviction. The spirit of truth will be replaced by words without life. In such a world, Dajjal will not seem like a stranger. He will seem like a solution. No, as generations pass, humanity will learn to trust what it can see more than what it cannot. Science will reach heights beyond imagination, and people will start to believe that everything can be explained by logic and reason. The unseen will become something to mock, and faith will be called superstition. The line between right and wrong will blur. People will no longer ask if something is moral, but only if it is possible. Technology will bind the world together, yet hearts will drift apart. The earth will shine with artificial light, but the inner light of souls will dim. In this emptiness, a hunger will grow, a hunger for meaning, for guidance, for something to believe in. And when that hunger becomes unbearable, Dajjal will emerge to feed it, offering not truth, but illusion. Before his appearance, the earth will show signs of turmoil. The balance of nature will shift. Seasons will lose their pattern. The ground will tremble, and skies will change color. People will speak of global chaos and call for a savior to restore order. Wars will break out for reasons that no one understands fully, and blood will be spilled in the name of peace. Greed will disguise itself as progress, and oppression will be hidden beneath words of justice. Those who speak truth will be silenced, and those who lie will be celebrated. The powerful will rise above the weak, and the poor will be forgotten. Humanity will be living in a world that looks advanced on the outside, but is hollow within. During that time, people will crave leaders who can give them hope, even if that hope is false. Many will come claiming to be chosen, but their words will only confuse. Dajjal's arrival will be the peak of that confusion. He will not come suddenly into a faithful world. He will come when faith has been replaced by doubt, and when truth has been twisted by lies. He will step into a stage that has been prepared for him by centuries of moral decay. He will take advantage of the emptiness people carry in their hearts. He will promise order in exchange for obedience, peace in exchange for submission, and paradise in exchange for loyalty. The world will witness wonders that will shock even the strongest minds. Dajjal will manipulate the natural world, turning deserts into gardens and day into night. People will see him command nature, and they will believe that no human could hold such power. He will claim that he is the one sent to restore harmony to the world, and desperate souls will accept him. But what he brings will not be peace, it will be control. His followers will multiply, not because they love him, but because they fear living without his favor. He will reward those who worship him and punish those who resist, controlling resources so that survival itself becomes a test of faith. There will still be believers who recognize his deception. They will see the signs that others ignore, and they will understand that these wonders are not blessings but traps. Their resistance will not be easy. They will be mocked and hunted. They will have to flee from cities into the wilderness, surviving with little more than their prayers and faith. But in their hearts, they will carry something more powerful than any miracle: certainty. They will know that every age has its test, and this one is the greatest of all. As the world follows Dajjal, a shadow will fall over the hearts of humanity. People will measure success by power and wealth, not by truth or goodness. The idea of a single creator will seem old-fashioned to many, replaced by worship of self and science. Temples, mosques, and churches will remain, but they will be empty of meaning. Humanity will have everything it ever desired, yet it will feel more lost than ever. This is the world Dajjal will inherit, a world that no longer recognizes truth when it stands before them. And so, his rise will not come as a surprise. It will feel like a continuation of what already exists. His deception will not begin with lies, but with half-truths, spoken sweetly to a generation that has forgotten what truth sounds like. The signs before his arrival are not just warnings about the future. They are mirrors showing the direction humanity is already taking. The story of Dajjal's approach is not only about the end of the world, it is about the slow death of faith, the quiet fading of sincerity, and the moment when the world chooses illusion over reality. In a world covered by confusion and falsehood, there will still be those who remember. They will not be mighty rulers or famous names, but ordinary people whose hearts refuse to surrender to deception. They will live quietly, holding on to faith as if it were a fragile flame in a storm, while others will chase the false light that Dajjal spreads. These believers will hide their faith deep inside, protecting it like a treasure. They will know that the true battle is not fought with swords or armies, but within the heart, between belief and doubt, between truth and illusion. When the world follows Dajjal, his power will seem unstoppable. He will command the skies and the earth. His voice will echo through every corner of the world. People will say that no one can stand against him, but among them will be those who remember that truth does not depend on numbers or strength. They will recall the stories of the righteous before them, those who faced tyrants and darkness and never bowed. They will understand that the deception of Dajjal is not merely about believing his words, but about forgetting their creator. And so they will hold tightly to remembrance, even when it costs them everything. These people will be tested in ways the world has never seen. Food will be scarce, water hard to find. Dajjal will control the earth's resources, giving plenty to those who follow him and starvation to those who do not. Families will be torn apart. A father may see his child cry from hunger, and his heart will tremble between love and faith. Some will break, unable to bear the sight, and they will turn toward Dajjal for relief. Others will endure, whispering prayers through their tears, trusting that patience is their weapon, and that the reward for endurance is greater than any comfort in this world. They will live in hiding, in caves and deserts, far from the cities where Dajjal rules. They will light small fires at night, share whatever little they have, and strengthen one another with words of hope. Each night will feel endless, each dawn uncertain, but their hearts will remain unbroken. They will remind themselves that the darkness cannot last forever, that even the longest night ends with light. The world will call them foolish for rejecting what seems so powerful and real, but they will know that true reality lies beyond what the eyes can see. To protect themselves from Dajjal's deceit, They will cling to knowledge and remembrance. They will teach their children the words of truth, the difference between light and illusion. When the deceiver passes by, showing his false paradise, they will close their eyes and cover their hearts, whispering the verses they learned in secret. Their faith will be their shield, their patience their sword. And though they may seem weak in the eyes of the world, in truth, they will be the strongest of all, for they will be standing firm when everyone else has fallen. Right? Among them will be those who once lived lives of comfort and wealth, who left everything behind to protect their faith. There will be scholars, farmers, travelers, and children, all united by belief. Their strength will not come from power, but from conviction. They will walk through deserts where others see nothing and find contentment in their hardship, because they will carry peace inside. They will speak softly to one another, reminding themselves that every hardship brings them closer to victory. And even as Dajjal's power spreads, cracks will begin to appear in his empire of illusion. His followers will grow restless, and some will begin to question what they see. The steadfast faith of those who resist him will shake the darkened certainty of those who once believed in his false miracles. Light will begin to pierce through the shadow. Hope will awaken in hearts that had long been asleep. In the end, the story will not belong to those who conquered lands or ruled nations, but to those who kept their hearts pure when the whole world was dark. Their patience will outlast Dajjal's deception. Their faith will become a beacon for those who come after, a reminder that truth never truly disappears. It only hides until it is found again. The world will learn once more that no matter how powerful falsehood becomes, it cannot extinguish the light of those who believe. The people who survive this trial will carry a wisdom deeper than words. They will have learned that real protection is not in walls or weapons, but in faith that cannot be shaken. They will understand that deception only rules when hearts forget the truth. And when the time of darkness finally ends, they will emerge into a world cleansed by patience and belief, standing as proof that even in the greatest trial humanity has ever faced, those who trust in the unseen will always endure.